right, good afternoon, morning, whatever it is. I don't even know what time it is. Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another ride. As we enter day 2 of our American Cancer Society 300-mile challenge, I not sure how much of this ride I'm going to get in today, but I'm going for it. There is thunderstorms all around me. And, you know, I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock and couldn't sleep anymore. So I got up and started planning my day. I looked at the weather radar and there was no rain around. They're saying 100% chance of rain today, but I just really didn't see anything active on the radar yet. And so I started thinking about what route I was going to ride and everything else like that. And I thought, well, had all these great ideas. Then I looked at the wind, and the wind is just booming this morning. Down on the beach, it's like 14, 15. So that kicked the beach out of consideration. So then it was okay, well, I'll run through the state park, down around the lake, and come back the long way around the high school and golf course, and then I'll ride Fort Morgan Road. And then about, I don't know, 5:20, 5:30, I looked at the radar and everything around me is getting rained. And there's a huge cell of rain coming from the New Orleans area. It looks like it'll track right over me. But you never know with this island. There is a phenomenon in this area they call the bubble. And many times you'll see a big storm tracking straight towards the island. And you think, all right, well, everything's gonna get rained out this afternoon. And then it'll either dissipate or it will split in half. And part of it will go north of the island and the other part will go out over the water. And it never rains a drop on land. It's a crazy thing. The way storms pop up down here too are insane. You can literally be standing in a marina and it be raining to the left of you, raining to the right of you, but you're perfectly dry. Silly, silly stuff. So anyways, I looked at the radar. A lot of stuff had gone in front of to the north of me. And it looks like I have a big enough gap to where like maybe I got an hour window before the leading edge of whatever might come in to this direction would be here. So that gives me enough time to get down to the end of the trail and turn around, because it takes me about sometimes 20, 30 minutes to get down there. And then I can turn around and head right back. And maybe I outrun it. If I don't, I got the rain gear in my bag, and if I have to ride the second half with a jacket on, that's not gonna hurt me. So anyways, I wanna get a ride in every day, and I don't wanna risk playing the, well, I'll wait and see if the storm clears up this afternoon and go this afternoon and not get the ride in. So, like I said, weather's not predictable down here, and it could rain the entire day, or, you know, like the weather predictor is showing maybe around noon, that cell moves through and it's sort of clear behind that, but you just don't know. So, I know it's not raining right now, so I'll go till I get rained on, and then I'll turn around and head back. Because everything's coming from the west. Last I saw, it was still on the other side of the bay. So I think I can get a pretty good chunk of riding in today. If I don't get 25 miles in, I at least can get 15, 17. I mean, if we get to Shell Banks, that's 14. I just want to put in my best effort I can do, and make a good showing. But at the same time, like I said, first priority is fitness. I want to get my ride in today. I was down, how many pounds? 3.5 pounds today, which is awesome. So, yeah, I'm gonna run a higher pace, obviously, this morning, being careful at some of these intersections, but probably ride more in the 17, 18 mile an hour category versus the 12 to 14. So my pace on this will probably be a bit higher. Because I don't think there'll be many people out on the trail this morning. I think most people get up and look at the radar and be like, well, today's off. Not everybody's as crazy as I am. Ooh, it's got windy right there. Big break. Hopefully the video will turn out all right on this. It's a little more darker than a typical morning, and I've got the camera set up for like a 5800 white balance, so hopefully it'll be all right. And then my shutter speed is pretty low as well. I might have needed to up it a little bit. Oh, the sprinklers are on. My nemesis. So far it looks good though. Oh, there's one shooting this way. Oh, I got through him. No man-made pee on me. Just kidding about that. Why are you sweating a sprinkler when you're riding into a storm? I just don't want any moisture on my camera. Last time I got rained on was like election day, when we had primaries. I gotta take a breather. My right knee's a little tweaked today. Other than that, I feel pretty good. It's funny, it goes back and forth. One day it's my left knee, and one day it's my right knee. And a lot of times, I'll pre-take a pain pill, like a couple of aspirin or something, before I start a ride, in anticipation that I'll have a little bit of soreness and whatever. I didn't do it this morning. So, probably why that knee's bothering me a little bit. I see some dark clouds up ahead. Whew. I'm a little winded right now. I'm rolling like 20 miles an hour right now, which is where I've got the bike capped at. I uncapped it one day riding West Beach because I kept pedaling really hard and I would hit the cap and the motor would shut off, and I go from smooth pedaling to really just trying to push a house. So I uncapped it so I could go like a mile or two over 20. So like 21, 22. I think my max speed that day was 22. So, and that might have been going down a hill or something. But you know, I was riding open road at that time. God, what was that? Sounded like a shotgun going off. Stupid tree limb. We're almost to Shell Banks, which if I get to Shell Banks without getting rained on, I take that as a victory. That'll give me 14 miles towards my overall goal. Nice. I don't think anybody's using that bouncy castle today. I think they had a end of summer festival yesterday. I think that's what that was for. Something for the kids as school starts in another week. I think Orange Beach goes back to school this week at some point, and then Gulf Shores goes back to school the following week. Well, I'm gonna push on to Jesse's, see what happens when I get there. I can't see a lot in these trees, but the skies I see are kind of clear right now. They're gray, they're not black. Whew. if you look, it's still fairly clear up ahead of me. So maybe we get this in. You know, I can get like 17 in today or this morning, then I could potentially go back out and do like a 5 or 6 mile ride in the afternoon and boost my total a little bit. That's a long window for me to roll that hard. Slow down, let my legs catch up and catch my breath. Here's the real cyclist. These guys are crazy. I don't know how they do it. As crazy as the people down here are, I don't know how they ride on the road. I just expect one of them to get squished like a grape. You gonna fall in behind them, unlock my bike, and just go back there freewheeling behind them, using the throttle. Why do cyclists hate people who ride e-bikes so much? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm not trying to compete against you. I'm just riding. Why are you so offended by me wanting to ride a bike that has a little help on it? because those guys go a lot faster than I do. I ain't running this bike 40 miles an hour. How about that? Perseverance pays off. Not a gray sky in sight. All right. Actually looks pretty good. All right. I'll take a quick respite just to stretch my legs and let my butt get a little blood in it, and then we'll continue back home. So far, so good. I think I've done 9 miles, 9.9 miles, something like that. We'll look at the radar here in a second. All right, so radar, if you can see that. I think I'm okay. Definitely didn't want to ride into the state park today, but I think I'm all right. Okay, be right back. All right, the ride back. We'll dip into the Jesse's parking lot and see what we see across the bay. I hear a lot of rumbling over there. Right up there and see what I see. But I won't push as hard going back. Not really a need to. The big thing was I wanted to push as hard as I could to get down to the turnaround before any rain got in here. Now that I'm ahead of everything, headed home, or headed back east, I don't feel the need to push as hard. So I wish they'd come trim some of this back. See Mr. Rabbit still sitting up here. Oh no, that's not a rabbit. Looks like a rabbit perched up right there. Man, I'm blind. All right. Somebody must have just left that Jeep there. It's been there every day this week. See what we see across the bay there. Pretty good storm right up in that area. Just a lot of rain on it. It's gray. I hear thunder over there, but I just don't really see anything. Well, it's not blowing terrible. It's not really white capping hard. Ah. Well. All right, let's motor on. Miles to ride. If I was smart, I would have taken some screenshots earlier of the weather blob that was headed this way. And I could have had a thumbnail. Can I beat the thunderstorm? I love all those thumbnails. Can I make the ride without running out of gas? I could ride County Road 6 next week and make a thumbnail that says, can I survive a 2-lane road without getting put in the hospital? I thought there was a bike path in that area, but apparently there's not. So my idea of riding that loop from the sports center down to Plash Island to Lulu's and on, that might very well be in the gutter. Because I know how people drive down here. And I don't want to get run over. And there are places on that road, there is no shoulder. And so you'll get the driver who looks at all cyclists as spawns of Satan. Like, it doesn't matter what bike you're riding. The fact that you're in their way, that's their roadway. You have no right to be on it. And they just as soon ride as close to you as they possibly can to try to run you into a ditch than obey the 3-foot rule. Because God forbid they have to slow down until they can pass you safely. That's why I don't think I'd ever ride on Fort Morgan Road. 'Cause these people sure as hell hate anybody that makes them slow down. How dare you get in my way? I got a brake rubbing. That's all right. I'm gonna do full maintenance on the bike today. Clean all the brakes. Clean the chain, lube the chain, wash it. I might even grease some bearings today. I'm like 800 and something miles on the bike. I want to go through, check all the spokes, make sure I don't have anything broken or anything loose. Check all my shock pressures, make sure they're still where they're supposed to be. Time for a little TLC. And probably change bike seats. Whatever that ticking noise is in the front end, it's not going away easily. It just sounds sort of like a brake rub. Oh, my butt's a little sore today. I may need a day off. I've been putting in a lot of seat time. I think I added it up yesterday. I've done 11 days in a row. Today would be like my 11th day in a row. I probably need a day off. I mean, last Sunday was a short ride. I went around the golf course and messed around with some stuff. But so it wasn't like it was a real long distance ride. Most of my rides last week were all 17 miles and more. And then this week has been really good. This week I'll be 130 something this week, with today being the last day of the week as far as the tracker goes. So, 20 miles today, 25 miles today, I'll be 130 something miles, which for a week-long total is my all-time best for a week. But I probably need to take one day to just chill, do a recovery day, maybe lift some weights. Okay, now I need to add face mask onto the list of things I should wear during the day, because a bug just flew right up my nose. And I'm trying to do that whole inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth thing. Morning. Have a good day. I see my friend up ahead. Tell you, when you suck a bug up through your nose, though, that's a whole nother experience. I gotta ask her a question. All right, I'm back. Had to ask her a question. I didn't want that on camera. Good morning. How are you? Have a good walk. Oh. I get hit in the legs by more twigs popping up off the ground. Now my left knee is starting to bother me. Oh man. Morning, man. Well, as much as I want to take an extended journey this morning and get that 25-mile mark, it ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna get home. It's dark clouds there. make my way up to the church and call it a journey. Might dip through a neighborhood. I don't know. I think I'll just ride this leg and then see what the weather does, and then if I can, I'll get out and do 5 or 6 more miles this afternoon and pad my numbers that way. But it is definitely dark to the north of us. And weather aside, my left knee is continuing to say hello. Oh, you think you can go and take a ride without giving me some pain meds? You silly fat man. I'm going to let you get way away from your medicine cabinet, and then I'm going to start crying. Which is funny because my right knee doesn't bother me right now. My right knee is pretty much like once it got moving and I got some tightness out of it, the soreness that was in it and the pain that was in it went away. But boy, my left knee it's starting to come on. I think one of the problems with my knee, and I may have addressed this before, is I have a tendency when I freewheel, I have a tendency to have my right foot forward and my left knee back, or my left foot back, which puts my knee bent and puts pressure on the knee. And I do that consistently throughout the ride. Like, it is just a habit that when I stop cranking and freewheel, almost 100% of the time I do that with my right foot forward. And that puts, throughout the ride, it puts a lot of pressure on that knee. So I think that's the reason why the longer I ride, the more that knee acts up. And I try to mentally do the opposite, and it feels so awkward when I do it. See the Catholic Church up ahead. All right. So, as I said, I'm going to let the weather dictate what I do as far as the rest of the mileage today. I'll put the Strava card up so you can see the distance and everything. But we'll call it a day here. And we'll see what happens. If I do a second ride, if I haven't already put the video up, I will, I'll post both cards. We'll just see. I may not put a video up today. I'll probably put it up tomorrow because I've been putting, videos up day to day. Nobody's really watching them. I think yesterday's video has 4 views. 2 of those are probably me. My views have fallen way off. I think a lot of people were looking at my videos when Bertha was down here. They were searching Gulf Shores and weather or whatever, and maybe that's the reason why I got so many views on that one video. So anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget about the American Cancer Society. If you want to learn more about their 300 miles challenge, you can look at that up on Facebook or search it on the Google machine. And then if you would like, make a donation to them, because that's basically what this is. It's just a fundraiser to raise awareness for the Cancer Society and maybe get you to give a buck or two to them. Like I said, I'm not going to put my donation link in there because it has my personal account on it. So I don't want to share that on the YouTube. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, and hit the notification button so we can see you the next time I post a video. Till then, have a blessed day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.